And as God looked upon his marvelous creation, he said, I need an educator, a scholar who can share the message of progressive agriculture with such wisdom and passion that it inspires a new era of agriculture leaders. So God made an ag teacher.
God said, I need somebody willing to wake up before sunrise, packed and ready to drive a group of FFA members halfway across the state to a leadership conference, and who, despite having already spent many weekends and personal days away from home catering to the growth of these adolescents that could have otherwise been spent enjoying time with family, he still believes in the positive difference that his sacrifice makes in the lives of those students. So, God made an ag teacher.
God said, I need somebody willing to come to school early and stay long after the last bell of the day to be a mentor and coach for students striving to reach their full potential in preparing for the upcoming career development events, and who, come competition day, will watch them fall short, who will then be the first voice of encouragement by their side to say, let's get him next year, because there is no success without error and shortcoming. So God made an ag teacher.
God said, I need somebody keen and firm enough to control the rowdy sophomore boys during third period ag mechanics, yet sincere and compassionate enough to engage the quiet 8th grader who sits in the back corner of the classroom in an open discussion.
It had to be somebody who'd place the importance of their students above the curriculum they teach. Somebody who, despite other obligations of writing lesson plans, grading assignments, registering for upcoming FFA events, and organizing the chapter's annual oyster fry, would still find the time to volunteer for running the scoreboard at the Monday evening junior varsity football game.
Somebody to sow meaningful relationships with students and cultivate the value of good ethical morals within others. Who would smile and then reply with joyful eyes when one of his students says they want to spend their life doing what Mr. Everhart does. So God made an ag teacher.
When I think of Mr. Everhart, I think of someone who's motivating, encouraging, and genuine. He truly believes in the value of a total agricultural education program and fosters his students' success by providing opportunities best suited for their personal achievement.
The thing that I remember the most about Everhart was how passionate he was for helping his students. He put in a lot of extra time with each of his students and helping them. He helped me fulfill one of my goals to be a state officer, and for that I'm greatly appreciative.
I was lucky just to have him for my son, but also my student. But when I talk about the Merino FFA program and the vocational agriculture program and about my son, I have to bring out the point that he has a full program down there. You know, he offers the students a whole gamut of things.
2 words to me that describe Mr. Everhart is servant leadership. No matter what Mr. Everhart is doing, whether it's in the community, the school, or even with his family, he's always keeping others in the forefront of his mind. Not only does Mr. Everhart try to serve others day to day, but he pushes each individual to do their very best.
He does the typical things that every VOAG teacher does. We go to the national convention, we go to the state convention, but what sets him apart from the rest is that he really encourages kids to do the best with the ability that they have, and he has a belief in each and every one of them.
I think Todd loves teaching, and I think he does a great job of it. He loves his students, and that makes all the difference in the world.
I can remember seeing Mr. Everhart laugh to the point of crying twice when I was in high school. Since then, I've seen tears come to his eyes on a few other occasions. But what's been so special about these moments is that they're often the result of me sharing something very personal about myself with him, whether that be questions of my faith, regrets that I have, or stories of valuable life lessons that I've learned. As an ag teacher, I hope to emulate these same qualities of compassion and empathy to my students.
He's always been passionate about agriculture and has always tried to influence his students so that they may pursue a career in agriculture someday, because the future of agriculture is important.
He's an outstanding teacher, and I think we're all in agreement to that, because he really believes in the 3-circle model of ag education, and that's classroom, FFA, and SAE. But he has a 3-circle model that has made him the man that he is and the mentor that he is, and that's wisdom, faith, and passion. wisdom from the Word, faith in the Father, and a passion in Christ. And it's those three things that has created in him just a mentor, a friend, and a brother.
He and his wife Jennifer are both very involved in the church, helping wherever they can. Todd does the opening announcements every Sunday. People miss him when he's gone.
On one of my first days at Merino, Mr. Everhart explained to me that God has given us all different gifts that we should use to glorify Him. Teaching is certainly Mr. Everhart's gift, as he always focuses on developing relationships with students, planning from the seat of the learner, and making lessons applicable to life.
Mr. Everhart has been one of the biggest mentors of my life. One of my fondest memories of high school is just having discussions about life with him. The principles and values that he talked and discussed with me still stand strong in my character today. I believe he is well deserved of this award.
We have to remember that an ag teacher is a full-time job, and if they're going to do it right, they don't have a lot of extra time, but I think he uses his time very well.
Mr. Everhart is awesome.